What's up, everybody? As you know, recently Donovan Mitchell was traded to the Cleveland Cavaliers. Kind of just wanted to drop some insight on this as one of the accounts on Knicks Twitter and etc. etc. Welcome back, first of all. Not much content going out, but we got something now. Pretty much, you know, Donovan Mitchell was traded for pieces that Cleveland really didn't need. Um, they banked on a lot of picks going. They traded through a few picks. I believe three unprotected firsts and a couple of pick swaps, and also obviously Collin Sexton, Lauri Markkanen, and Ochai Agbaji, who they just drafted in this year's draft. Um, the Cavaliers had a nice little jump over the past couple seasons, and this past year they got bounced in the play-in to by the Hawks. I'm sorry, and Darius Garland had an All-Star season. Jared Allen had an All-Star season. They were poised for this. They were meant to do this trade, in fairness. Whether the reports say that they weren't a good partner or that they didn't have a package similar to anybody to match the Jazz, requirements. Some of the Knicks fans on the internet were saying that the Knicks just had the best package. I wouldn't say that they do or did. They were one of the teams that could have definitely threw something Utah's way. Personally, I feel like Ainge was just trying to exploit New York, given their history of like weird decisions, and rightfully so because we saw the reported initial offer of R.J. Barrett, Obi, and Mitchell Robinson in picks for Donovan Mitchell, which would have been a very questionable move from the front office, I'd say, and honestly, still baffles me to this day that Danny Ainge didn't take that from the jump. I would argue that those three are the best prospects on the Knicks team right now. But all in all, Cleveland made more sense. They needed that little extra nudge. They've gotten to the postseason this year, and they had some nice young guys step up big time. Donovan Mitchell helps elevate that ceiling for that team. As you know, they have Okoro, they have Evan Mobley as well, who proved to be stupendous for a rookie last year. So it works. The Knicks got Brunson. They have RJ. They actually just extended RJ, which is why I'm rocking this right now. Happy for him. Good number 3 overall pick. Love to see where he takes the Knicks and where he takes himself. And that happened past Monday. Or Sunday, sorry. I forget which day, but that happened after Knicks could not come to terms with Utah. And then, lo and behold, Donovan Mitchell gets traded. So everything kind of just happened in a peculiar order. But it all makes sense in the long run. The Knicks wanted to commit to RJ. I know that he was still rumored to be involved in some Donovan trades, but that didn't happen. We get to see Brunson, RJ, Fournier, Randall, Mitchell Robinson, Obi, quickly Rose, Jericho, etc., run it back essentially this year, which I think is really like the best thing to do. We didn't even know what the Knicks looked like with Jalen Brunson right now, so just banking on Donovan Mitchell coming in, it would have been hasty. I know there's a lot of people that were saying like, oh, you never know when another guy like this is going to be available. You have to do it. But truly, I think it makes sense in the long run for the Knicks to just keep as many picks as possible. They already got rid of a bunch that they could have held on to actually make room for Jalen Brunson. And I don't want to see them get rid of anything that could help them in the near future. They can't tank for Victor Wembanyama next season. Who knows what the cards hold in the future? They might be able to grab a late lottery guy that actually ends up elevating the team somewhere down the line. They got about 11 picks, 11 or more. I forget what the count was for the next like 6-7 years. And Utah, they got Danny Ainge got what he wanted. Donovan Mitchell got what he wanted. He's going to a winning team, or a team that can win, and it's in the Eastern Conference, which is getting better again, but there's still some flexibility. And all in all, I think New York is okay. There's really no need to be upset for this trade not going through in our direction, in our favor. They get to lock down a lottery draft pick, a top 5 draft pick actually for the first time in God knows how long. And RJ Barrett's shown steady improvement. Whether the stats say he's a really an efficient player or not, I think with context, you can see that he has some potential for being the future of this team. You get quickly back, get him into year 3. Hope that he makes a jump. Obi Toppin, year 3, also makes a jump. So I just wanted to kind of give my insight on the matter. I do think there's really nothing to worry about here. It's going to be nice to see, New York taking some simple stepping stones towards a positive environment. Julius Randle's still on the team, and a lot of people don't want him here. I'm one of the people who was obviously mad at him last season, but I'm willing to see what he can do to redeem himself again. I would hate that this becomes a trend that every other off year he's doing something good. I would like to just see him be consistent, but that's been a little difficult, obviously. Nevertheless, I think New York is okay. I know I keep saying this and repeating myself, but nothing to stress out about. Donovan Mitchell, I know he's New York born and bred, but there's a couple seasons before he's a free agent again. Very good chance maybe he wants to just come here in free agency, and then we gave up absolutely nothing to get him, which would actually be much more of a win, I'd say. You get him in his prime years, barring any other unfortunate circumstances, and he can help elevate the Knicks then, as opposed to now, when hopefully the Knicks have already taken that step into being a competitive and more competitive team in 2025, which I think is when he's a free agent, unless there's a player option somewhere down the line. But I haven't looked into Mitchell's contract like that. Nevertheless, that's it. And anybody who has anything negative to say about my thoughts and whoever else's thoughts that aren't really too concerned and overly concerned about Donovan Mitchell being on the team, not on the team, to each their own. Everybody's got their own viewpoints here. I'd love to happily discuss it with some people, and feel free to drop a comment, share the video, and we can get a nice little discussion going on it, because I do like to hear other people's thoughts on the matter as well. I have my viewpoint, my thought process, and others might be able to really show me why maybe I'm wrong to any degree. But I think we're good. I think we're good, y'all. Jalen Brunson comes in, little hometown kid as well. His father was here when the Knicks last made the finals, and we just get to see what he can bring to the table. The Knicks haven't had a good point guard in who knows how long. I mean, Raymond Felton maybe, but that was about a decade ago at this point, and not much has been on the table since. So Jalen Brunson could bring some positivity and culture to the table and help this team grow and actually be competitive in a healthy way. We'll see. Leon Rose has been getting a lot of flack for his quietness in free agencies and trades and stuff like that, not speaking with the media and stuff. So we'll see how things go, but I think we're okay for this year, and can't wait. We're only about a month away now before preseason starts, and then we kick things off against Memphis, and then Detroit as the home opener, which I'm trying to get to be perfectly honest. So hopefully when those tickets drop, I think they already have actually, but I'll go take a look. Hope to see one of you, some of you guys there, and that's that. Rob out. Talk to you guys later.